Welcome. This is Sports Extravaganza. You're just in time to meet your favorite captain who will be flying you this wonderful aircraft 36,000 feet above sea level. My name is Tony Kwalanda. It's good to see you on this fine Saturday. That is minus any football action. Yeah, wale wanapendanga mpira, tuone mnafanyanga nini. It's good to see you. Remember, this is a show where you watch, learn, win. And today I have a lot of airtime. Niko na airtime mingi sana. And today we're going to do it very differently. We got your feedback. You're saying that, oh, sisi wenye tuko huko Turkana, how can we get our airtime? We can't come to your offices. We shall send to you via your WhatsApp number. Leo live tunatuma na scratch na kutumia airtime baada ya kujibu swali yangu rahisi sana. Because on this show I'm not alone. I have, of course, my favorite team. Last time we met, we missed the services of our dependable winger, Wakupanda na Kushuka. Tabitha, is good to see you. Tabitha Makumi is here back. We missed her very much. She was under the weather, but now she's above
the weather.
Of course, together she is Celine Waithira. This, of course, are my top analysts here on this great show. And also, Joseph himself from watu wa Godha, Euros iliisha. Sasa mtasema Godha na Olympics. Karibu sana Joseph, Tabitha as well as Celine wako hapa hivi. Leo tunataka kupiga mambo mingi sana. I know they'll be speaking about their team. Celine will tell us about Matano leaving Tusker and why. Tabitha will tell us about Bandari and the new coach. Jose will tell us about Kylian Mbappe unveiling and many more. And also remember, we're expecting a team from the NBA Africa, the French Development Agency, together with NBA Africa, who yesterday launched a brand new basketball court in Kasarani at the Kenya Academy of Sports here in Nairobi County. Brand new, just for under 16 and also secondary schools children. They'll be here to share what basketball experience is all about. Na tuambie lini wanatuletea LeBron na Steph Curry. That, of course, will be a bit later. And also, the regional secondary term 2 games are ongoing. Of course, nationals are in Kisumu. Teams are already qualifying. We have the Nairobi teams that have already qualified for the finals in Kisumu. So they'll be here later on in this particular show. But first, we have the question of the day. It is the easiest question of the day, and I've told you I'm giving you airtime live. And you have to send me, you know the drill. Tunatumanga vitu kwa WhatsApp, tunatumanga vitu kwa SMS, tunatuma vitu wapi, but you have to send me a short clip. You're asking you, very simple, for getting airtime, and upate airtime. Nakuuliza kitu rahisi. Ndio hiyo, what message do you have for Team Kenya that is, of course, representing the country at the Olympic squad? What message do you have for Team Kenya Olympic squad? Go to your WhatsApp. Send us a 20-second clip, talk to us, and that's just how you win yourself airtime. Also, call us in live. Tupigie simu live. The numbers, of course, will be scrolling and, of course, below your screen. You call us in live, the numbers utaziona pale. You can call us in live and, of course, get a chance of yourself winning airtime. Niko na airtime mingi sana, niko na merchandise mingi sana, na pia niko na balls mingi sana za kupatia wasichana. Continue watching this. Yes, it's good to have you. So keep a call us. My director, of course, today is Inonda. Ukipiga simu sikia sauti ya mtu ana sound kama mtu wa Mkombero, kubali tu hiyo simu, ana sound kama mimi, atachukua. So Inonda, and of course, and the entire team, production team, tuko na kina Mumbi, tuko na kina Jane wako pale kwenye graphics. Kila mtu ako standby to receive your calls and also to put you on air. First of all, let's start, of course, with what has been happening this last week. Celine, Tabitha, and Joseph. There was this list that you demanded for. You and other Gen Zs. Jose si Gen Z. Jose ni border ya Gen Z na boomer ama ni gani?
Millennial.
So we had requested and demanded the Ministry of Sports to give us the list of the entire delegation that is going to France, already in France, part of it. So they released a list of 161. So the head of delegation ni PS Engineer Tum, led by the chairman of the committee of parliament Dan Wanyama, na chairman wa Senate Sports Committee anaitwa Murgo, nimesahau jina yake but anaitwa Murgo, somebody Murgo. And athletes are 81, coaches are about 26, referees are about 3, team from NOC are about 31, team managers about, I think 16 or 6. Do you think that's the list? Ama hiyo tu ni ya kutufunga macho? 161 is the number I counted from that list.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Tony, again. So they provided the list, which is fine. It's 161, but we're still missing something, because they're saying the government will be represented by 3 people. That is Tum, the chairperson,
Dan Wanyama, and the Senate.
Yeah, but what really are they going to do there, basically? So, for example, the chairman of the sports, that's fine. Engineer Tum has to go because he's now the overseer of the sports ministry.
Yes.
But then again, how much will they spend out there? We still need to know. We demanded, as much as we demanded the list, but we also demanded to know what is the budget and how are they intending to spend that. Another good thing they did, at least right now, they were, open enough to tell us how much each athlete will earn from that, and it's a good thing they increased it from, I think, 24,000 to I think 38 thereabout, which is a good thing. It's a motivator. But then again, we also still want to know, that is a per diem for the athletes. What is the per diem of Engineer Tum? What is the per diem of the chairperson of
the parliamentary committee?
Yes. So we also demand to know how much they will earn, like as their per diems when they're out there. Secondly, remember the gentleman last week asked about where will they be sleeping. We still want to know where will they be spending their So a lot of things that we demand, they are giving us in tidbits, but we require to know exactly everything that they will be doing out there. Also, another motivation is, we talked about athletes being motivated by virtue of winning. At least right now we know, number one, will get, whoever comes with a gold will get 3 million, 2 million and 1 million. But where is this money coming from? Is it from the sports ministry? Is it a kitty that is somewhere within State House? Or where is the money coming from? So we still demand a lot of, openness in whatever they are saying. So yeah, it's a good thing seeing the list, but then again, I still don't believe that is the list of the people that will go. But let's wait and see. We have the gentlemen and other Gen Zs out there in France, in Paris, to welcome them, and they said watasalimiwa kama watakuwa wameenda vile hawakusema. So already the list is there. So whoever is not in the list, probably let's wait and see. But we still demand a lot more from what they've provided. Or rather, I still demand a lot more.
Budget.
Yes.
Yeah. Watuambie do ni ngapi?
Yeah.
I think for me, I'll just agree with Joseph. That 161 they are saying, we know there is a double of that, and we are gonna see it. It's not only those 161, I'm very sure. Hiyo tu labda wameiandika watufunge macho, but again, as there is a time Joseph and Tabitha said, like, we need an audit. I think that's what I'll stick to it. We really need that. But anyways, let's see. Mi najua tu kuna watu wameongezewa hapo, wataki kutuambia. Na tutaona tu.
Yeah. For me, I was thinking, in as much as they give us at least, they give us a picture of everywhere they go, who they're going with, what they're doing, so. And when it comes to the per diem venye to Joseph amesema, I 100% agree with it, because I'm thinking you're giving them like the 34,000, and then you get the higher up people, unasikia mtu anapata per diem ya 100k, and they're not the ones running. They should actually be getting like 20. If this one is getting 34, you get 20, because uko na mshahara end month unapata mshahara, and this is just like a holiday for you, vacation, because hakuna kitu ya maana unaenda kufanya huko apart from kwenda kuangalia watu wakikimbia na kushikilia bendera in case washinde unawatupia. So I'm thinking that there's not so much that they are going to do there, so their per diem should actually be lower. And also, minyetu nilisema last time I was here, I also want to see the pictures of the hotels that they are going to stay in. And all of them should actually be, kama huyu ni wa rugby in this room, the officials wako hapa, huyu wako hapa, huyu wako hapa, wote wawekwe floor moja, ndio tujue kama wanalala kwa ukweli. So hiyo accountability, that's what I want us. I want us to be accountable. And also, I want people to stop behaving like ati them giving us a list ni kitu kubwa ametufanyia. That's what is expected of them. It's like mimi nikuandike kazi leo Tony, alafu na kupigia makofi juu umefanya kazi yako, sina kulipa, so unifanyie favor. So they should stop acting like they are doing us a favor, giving us the list. Ati see, this is what you wanted. Actually, we should not have asked for that list. Mungetupea nyinyi wote kujionyesha how transparent you are. And I think that's been the problem with everything, like in regards to sports. Wanatufanyia kitu kidogo, then wanatuambia tupigieni makofi, mnaona tumefanya. Si hivi ndio mlikuwa that's not even what we asked for. We asked for the list, yes, but you're the tip of the iceberg. They have not even scratched the level as to what we actually want from them. So watupe audit, watuambie ni pesa ngapi wameenda nazo, wana plan kutumia, yes, and hata extracurricular activities. Kunywa maji, nataka kuona hiyo list ya maji, alikunywa maji ngapi, everything, yeah, because mimi nalipa tax and I want to see where my money is going, if that is the money that is being used.
And also, now the chairperson was sports ameenda from parliament, from Senate.
Yes.
What are they going to do? What will they come back with that they've gained there? So sio kuenda tu. At the end of the day, when they come back, we'll still demand something from them. What did they go and do? Walituletea nini extra that can motivate us hapa nyumbani? Yeah. You see, so yeah, we really need a lot from them. Now see, vile tu nani amesema, that is not a favor. That is not a favor ati wanatuonyesha. We need it is upon them to always give us such stuff. And then also officials wanok. Me, if it was on me, it's only two mangeenda. We have the officials, our national committee athletics. I think hao ndio wangekuwa waende tu, they can oversee the team, because that is the team that wamekuwa na wao. Let kina Tergat and kina nani waende. The chairpersons, the MPs and everything. I know somewhere behind the scenes something is cooking. I mean, something is really cooking.
Yeah, I wanted to add on something he said, and nimefikiria tu sahi venye anasema they should actually go and do something. I agree, because I remember when I was in high school a lot of years ago, tulikuwa tunaambiwa like when you go like for funky, usiende tu kwa kutafuta vijana, ende ukujue nini wanasoma na nini, so you kill two birds with one stone. So I'm thinking that's the same thing they should go and do, waende wa benchmark, so that we also don't come back after wamerudi wakuja wakae chini waseme, by the way, we need to go and benchmark in France. You are there. So use that time, enda benchmark, enda usome, so that we also don't use money again to send you there to go and do something you would have done during the Olympics. So kama ni night classes, enda usome nini wanafanyanga huko, tumalize historia haraka haraka, urudi nyumbani, we implement kitu umesoma.
That's very true, yeah. In fact, I know next time after Olympics, we'll be hearing someone is going there to meet the ambassador or to meet the president of France or to go and meet some team. And the entire nation or the world is in Paris. So in case they need to meet the president of France, they can meet the president of France. In case they need to meet the president or the kings of Europe, and wote wako huko. So mfanye mkutano huko zote, so we don't want to hear anything from our leaders going to France in the next 1 year. Even Dr. Tabitha amesema si mimi. If you're joining us, this is Extravaganza. My name is Tony Kwalanda. Now let's move on to Ferdinand Omanyala. Let's look at some of his training pictures. Ferdinand Omanyala is the African record holder in 100 meters, of course, and also he is the 9th fastest man in the world. So Ferdinand Omanyala currently is based in southern France in the city of Miramas, and is definitely expected to take on some of the biggest names in short distance, the likes of Johan Blake. And of course, I have an exclusive of Johan Blake. We'll be airing a bit later. But of course, Omanyala is our star. 9.77 is the distance or the time that he has ever set, the best time ever. He set it, I think, at Kipkeino Classic in 2020 something, yes. So we expect, of course, a lot of good, at least a medal or two from this star of ours. Yes, so Jose, unafikiria, just before we get into the Omanyala, I'm sure we've heard about him.
I'm hoping at ako on his personal best, being na time yake the best time 9.77. I think if saizi atamanage ku run 9.77, then I'm sure it's a gold medal. But again, vile umesema, ana meet some of the biggest stars. There is Simbine, the South African, there is Ulawa States. Those are very big stars. And currently, I think this year, his record imekuwa haijakuwa poa sana. We saw him run 10.1 something, which is not one of his best times. Akiran 10 seconds, I don't think atakuja na any medal. But I'm really rooting for him. Niliona pia training, the way they are training, what they are doing. Wameacclimatize na weather ya huko because it's more or less similar to the where Olympics will be held.
Yes.
So I think all this in a work kwa advantage ya the athletes. So I'm really rooting for him, and I think akikimbia to 9.8, we are sure of a medal. We are sure of a medal. At least for the first time, an African athlete gets a medal in the 100 meters. So I'm rooting for him. I have confidence in him.
Just before Tabitha and Celine speak about their crash, so their crash, we might, of course, to speak to Omanyala on the sides of his training, and this, of course, is what he shared about how the preparations are in Miramas.
After doing 9.7 in Nairobi, coach said we have to go down a bit because it was a bit distant from the Olympics. So we need to run those times at the Olympics. So coach said we need to tone it down a bit. So we did a bit of a lot of stuff before we went for Hangelo. And then coming to Hangelo, it was rainy and, slippery and all that. So we couldn't say that was a perfect race. But again, a win is a win. So coming into Miramas now, post-Olympics, pre-Olympic camp, it's been nice. And we've been doing a lot of intensity work because now it's more of intensity and less of volume. So, intensity is hard because it's of less recoveries and, a bit of much of pushing your body into doing reps that should be the same first to the last. So that has been intense, but I'm happy with the progress. My body is responding well, and it's a low altitude area. So we're having a very good training time here, and I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Omanyala! Ferdinand Omanyala there, a very good friend of mine. I remember I hosted him once in a while in 2021 when he was starting. When they were just starting, saile bado tinta haiko imetoka vizuri. Alikuwa bado na Laventa the wife walikuwa bado tu hivi. And I was very honored to be amongst the few journalists to interview him on TV the very first time. Tabitha na Celine. Ni crash wenyu ama hajai kwa?
No.
Ama bado hajafikia hapo? Mmeruka hiyo story aje?
Washiangio toko na mabibi.
I guess I'll agree with Joseph. I think Omanyala has not had a good time lately.
Yes.
We saw him in the Kipkeino Classic. He didn't give us the best results that we expected. And again, I hope that pressure is not gonna catch up with him because this is like a big platform.
Yes.
And you look at the names that are there, are big names. Again, we have seen other sprinters emerging. Like we have this Jamaican guy. I think people are saying he's the second coming of Usain Bolt because he has a good record when it comes to the short races. I think that he has a lot of pressure, but I think we are rooting for him. I think we have seen him a couple of times making us proud. So we cannot say just because he is in a bigger platform where they're best of the best sprinters, we cannot say that he's not going to win. We just have to put our hope and faith in him, because I believe that he has been training for the best. So I think he's going to bring either of the gold, it's going to be better, because we cannot say gold is bad than a bronze. At least it's still a medal, but if we settle for a gold, it's going to be even much better. But I really hope he's going to do something. He's going to pull out some good scores come this Olympics.
He's a good coach, Tabitha. Yeah. Geoffrey Kimani, tried and tested in different sports. Yeah. So we have something there.
Yeah, definitely. I think especially for the rough patch that he has had, we usually say when you're at the bottom, there's only one way to go, which is up. Yeah. So I'm really rooting for him, and I know this is something that he can actually do. We've seen him surprise us. We are not a country that is very well known for short distance racing. So yeah, at least he put us on the map out there. So I'm really proud of him for that. But also, in as much as with great responsibility, with great pressure, whatever, with great.
When more is given and you, more is expected.
Yeah, so definitely there's a lot of push from Kenyans to want to see him perform in that big stage, which I know he has been preparing mentally and even physically. So yeah, too much is given, much is expected. That's what
that's where you ended.
Yeah, but yeah, we are giving him all our support, and I know that he can still do it, and he can still show us that he can do it. So I'm hoping the worst is the bronze that he can give us.
Yeah, because of course, if you look at the kind of numbers and the figures that are coming out from the other 100-meter specialists, yes, we have hope. Of course, looking at 9.7, that's good seconds for Omanyala. We hope for the best. Just before I bring in Julius Yego, if you're joining us, this is Sports Extravaganza. My name is Tony Kwalanda, together with Joseph, Tabitha, as well as Celine. These are, of course, my top punditry team here every Saturday. If you're joining us, we want you to win airtime. We give airtime free for answering our free question of the day. Nirswali rahisi sana is the easiest question you can ever get on any sports show. Google, anywhere in the world. I'm giving you airtime, and I'll be sending it to you directly on WhatsApp. Haraka, we just want things instant. Mambo digital. We're asking you a very simple question. What is your message for Team Kenya Olympics squad? What is your message for Team Kenya Olympics squad? Please go to your WhatsApp, send us a video WhatsApp message. Take your phone, record yourself 20 seconds, and give us that message you want to share with Team Kenya, and you stand a chance of winning yourself airtime. Also, call us in live. The numbers will be scrolling below your screen. And just like that, we send you money. Airtime kwa simu yako ndio endelee kuongea na sisi every Saturday 4 to 7 even tunafanyanga kwa hii show. And of course, you also get to learn and to hear what's happening in the world of sports here and across the world. Let me take you to, of course, still in Mirama's southern France, where my very good friend who has been training himself. I mean, I feel so much, and I'm sure, of course, Celine and Tabitha and Joseph can share into this. Okay. Moses, habari ya Dagoreti?
Nzuri.
Karibu Sports Extravaganza, unaongea na Tony Kwalanda. Captain wako hivi anakupeleka juu 37,000 feet above sea level. Una enjoy flight ama kuna turbulence?
Hello, tuko safe dude.
Wewe unanisikia ama hunisikii? Ananiambia kwamba haelewi turbulence. Sorry, nitajaribu kutoa turbulence. Turbulence kwa Kiswahili ni nini? Mtetemeko wa ndege kule juu. You can call us in live. Remember, on this show, you call in live, you win airtime. You send us a 20-second WhatsApp video, you win yourself airtime. You text us 22047, you win yourself airtime. Hapa hakuna mchezo. That's how we run it on Sports Extravaganza every Saturday. Now, as we wait for your calls and your WhatsApp videos, let me head straight to Miramas, as I was taking you. Julius Yego, as I was telling you, has trained himself. I feel so bad that we can take a delegation, a whole delegation of joy riders to France to spend the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks spending millions of shillings to pay their hotel rooms, their money for whatever's, and yet Julius Yego does not have a coach in Miramas. Let's take a look at some of his pictures, him training in southern France. It's very, I mean, ako tu uko peke yake, and I understand that he has been given a coach who doesn't speak English or Kiswahili. Sasa imagine, ati sasa coach anakuambia, ati anaongea ki-French. Haku aje, alafu wana translate. Yego anasema ushike mkuki urushe 20. Yes, how long are we...
You see,
Hata staki kuongea.
these are the things we are talking about. We've known Yego in his first time competing for in the Olympics.
Yes.
He won us a silver. And from that time till now, why is it that we've not invested in him, getting a coach, a good coach for him? He's training by himself. So yeye anaenda anaangalia YouTube, anarudi, anafanya nini. Yet we have some of the delegates wanaenda, we don't even know what they are going to do. So I mean, it's unfortunate, and these are the things that we are talking about. We should really work towards investing towards our athletes. Let's just, I mean, it's I hope ata perform tu vizuri, but it's not a good picture. It's not a good motivator as well. We should have invested to get a good coach for Julius Yego, because now he's the only one tunajua javelin.
Yes.
But then this is a sport we've seen that can also uplift some other people. If we get a coach who will then motivate, who will mentor, who will teach other guys, there are always sports competitions, secondary school, primary schools.
Yep.
I mean, a good coach angekuwa hata anaenda na scout for people when wanarusha javelin there and train them. But now we do not have that facility or that motivator there. So it's unfortunate, and I still think this is a letdown towards our athletes.
Again, for me, if I see such things, I see ignorance, because this is the highest level of ignorance. We know these are some of the guys that represent us best. I think I'll take it back still to Cape Keino Classic. We saw Yego was one of the participants, and we saw he didn't give us the best performance that we expected from him. But again, I think right now, pia sisi tutachukua placards, tutaenda huko kwa streets tuandamane, because we cannot be having a bad system when it comes to sports in general. It's not only javelin, we are seeing these things, we are seeing it all across sports. I think it's high time we really need tunapaswa tufinya wa watu. I don't know tutawafinyia side gani, but tutawafinya tu, because this I don't think this is acceptable. You cannot go for a big tournament. Okay, it's Olympic. We know Olympic is one of the biggest tournaments when it comes to athletic, and you don't have someone who is coaching you. Yes, kuna huyo translator na kuna huyo, but that still doesn't work for me. It's like telling me to nilete a China coach to come and coach Tusker. Because people barely understand English.
Atelewa jina Tusker.
For me, nani tutashika nani? I think someone should be arrested. That's what has come to my head first. A while back, I used to see athletes changing their nationality to go to another country.
There are very many.
And I used to feel bad. I'm like, when you take kuchezea Kenya? And now that I'm seeing all this play out right before our eyes, I'm thinking, these athletes are more patriotic. Because ningekuwa mimi haraka sana, nimechange hiyo kitu haraka sana, na nimekuwa a country that appreciates what I'm doing. Because it's ignorance, and at the same time, it's unpatriotic. At the same time, it feels like these people don't care about anything apart from their stomachs. Because I don't see why, because I'm very sure there's a budget that is allocated to coaches.
Of course.
There's a budget that is allocated into helping these players become the best version of themselves. Then you look at something like this, it's ignorance, at the same time it's unprofessionalism. Because imagine a story like this breaks out, ati mnaanza kuona sijui CNN and what they're talking about such a treasure like Julius Yego not having a coach who can help him into becoming the best version of himself. And I think when Yego started out and he was doing all these things on YouTube, I think waliona wakasema, kama anaweza fanya na YouTube wacha endelee. And they just wakachi hiyo story ishi hapo. But YouTube can only take you so far. there's actually things you need to invest in. There's things you need to work on better than what YouTube can show you. And I'm honestly very disappointed. I feel like I'm going to tear up right now because it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And I think apart from tumefika ile point ya we can't just talk to these people. Inakaa ni kama they need to be shown, unaona ile umacho ndio waweze kuact, because it doesn't seem like us talking about it over and over again it's going to, because it's not like we're telling them something that is new to them. They know this guy deserves a coach. They know all these things, but they're just like, as long as no one is asking us, ni kama ile story ya monkey. Kama mimi nimefunga macho hivi hawataniona, mimi ndio nimefunga macho. We can still see you and we can still see what you're doing, which is absolutely disgusting. So shame on everyone.
And again, we are going to come back here. Let's say, for example, Yago gets himself a gold. We are going to come back here and we are going to talking about glory seekers. We have seen he doesn't have a coach.
Hunters,
Yeah, he doesn't have anything. And the moment he wins that gold medal, we will be all here praising him. Kwa Lando umechikiego alirusha hiyo javelin nini style ingine. But when he doesn't have a coach, you're not talking about it. Tumenyamaza tu. Ile time akuko juu watu wanampea tu shangwe na nderemo. It's the time you're coming out and say, oh, this is one of ours. We trained him to be the best. That is, honestly, that is BS.
Kipruto, karibu Sports Extravaganza. Joseph utaongea. Kipruto, habari yako?
Mzuri sana.
Karibu Sports Extravaganza. Unaongea na Tony Kwalanda, uko na Joseph, Tabitha na Celine. What is your message for the National Olympic Committee team Kenya? Na hizi mambo za kina Yego wakose kocha nini, unasikia unafilaje hiyo story?
Ni kwanza nataka nipongeze the ministry kwa kutuma wa athletes kwenda kurepresent kwa Paris.
Yes.
Na nasema ya kwamba they have our full support kama wa Kenya, and they know that Kenya is the pride of Africa. Waende watuwakilishe vizuri, we have them in prayers.
Yes.
And history ya Yego sijafurahia kabisa because Kenya has all the machineries ya kufanya kutafutia coach mzuri mwenye anaweza kumtrain.
Yes.
So but team Kenya, we wish them the very best. I'm with them kabisa. Kama ingekuwa possible, I could have joined them, but niko wao kwa maombi.
Utawajoin tu na Zoom, nitakuwekea Zoom. Uko wapi Kipruto Nairobi? Uko sehemu gani?
Niko hapo Kenyatta.
Asante sana Kipruto from Kenyatta. Thank you for calling in on Sports Extravaganza. Of course, you will be standing a chance to win yourself and just be part of this particular beautiful day. We're talking about lovely stuff about Olympics. Joseph, ulikuwa unasemaje?
I just wanted to ask something. Unaona sazile wamerusha javelin ama shot put or discus, akirusha tani yake, he goes and talks to the coach. Anapewa instructions, anaambiwa you've done this, ulieka mwili hivi, you did this, that's why uko na hiyo outcome. So the next round unaenda, you have to do this and this and this. So Yego atakuwa anaongea na nani? Ataongea na YouTube. Atafanya nini? So it is a little bit demotivating. And then there's a scandal coming up.
Oh, kuna scandal.
A scandal ile ya nguo. You remember we talked about
official kits.
Right now, some committee or whoever alisema those clothes, the design was not so good, so they are changing that to something else. So we want to know, juu walikuwa shashona mingi, walitumia pesa ngapi kushona, zilienda wapi, na hizo zenye sio poa zitafanywa nini? Hiyo ni scandal inaenda kutokelezea.
Haya, Tabitha, before uonge, Moses, karibu Sports Extravaganza.
Asante.
Mimi unaongea na Tony Kwalanda, uko na Joseph na Tabitha na Celine. Tunataka kusikia maoni yako kuhusu what are you telling Team Kenya going to the Olympics?
Team Kenya naiambia do you and be you.
Hey, pull up DJ, mix me down. Ebu fafanua hiyo, mimi ni mtu nilisomea polling station. Rudia tena vizuri.
Do you and
do themselves be themselves.
Umesema unapigia simu kutoka wapi?
GOtv Sound.
Asante. Umesikiza stories za list za Joy Riders kwenda France nini ama stories za uniform kit. Maoni yako maze, ni vitu gani zimesikia zinakuudhi sana za Olympics?
Vitu zinaniudhi sana ni watu kukosa kupea hiyo support. Na physical support, mental support.
Yes. Safi. Asante Moses.
Ugotea hapo Celine.
Nigotee Celine, sumugotea na kusikia, sumuongeleshe.
Celine, hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine pia, lakini unafai kuniuliza swali hata mimi siku moja Celine.
Wewe hiyo ongeeni kwa DM. Thank you. Asante sana Moses. Thank you for calling the Great South. You can call us, you can WhatsApp us. Tabiza ulikuwa unataka kusema kitu before.
Oh yeah, about the scandal ya nguo.
Yeah.
Nilisikia walitumia pesa mingi kwa each design. Estimates ilikuwa ati over 100k per attire. Yeah, so yeah, that's how much we were spending on. I just want to talk about how rotten our sports industry is. Like, hiyo siku sikuwa nataka kuongea mingi juu nilikuwa nadhani ni mimi peke yangu nilikuwa like what are those nini zobeba, because I'm like sasa if they're going to make new kits, they're going to spend more money, and that's another way ya kuloot hizo pesa. Because sasa watasema, oh, the designs you guys didn't like them, okay, blah blah blah, so we are going to now use more money to make more designs, and this is something that should have actually ingeisha tu. Unajua kitu mzuri wangefanya, wa hold a competition, waseme all designers, like we want designers in Kenya, show us what you would design for the Kenyan team, and then the best person wins. Unaona, the best design wins, so we know we are taking our country out there with the best design from our best designer in Kenya. But then najua tu walichagua tu, niliona she's a woman and I don't know where she's from, I don't know sijui amedesigner sijui nani, and we don't know her, we never saw even the a hint of what they were going to
progress.
Because me I had thought if it's a Masai nini, no need for the trousers, and then nikaona hizi zingine sijui zinakaa jackets na nini, and I'm like what are those? I saw the Mongolian team, the kids for the Mongolian national team.
Yes.
They looked spectacular. Yani, just by looking at them you could tell this is a country with rich culture, like their culture is very rich, and through our kids, we are not showing that we have a very rich culture in Kenya. And yeah, whoever is going to be put CS, I don't know kaule mwingine anarudi, but whoever has a lot of job on their hands, whatever they say. Because also, sitaki kurudilia stadiums, but stadiums na changing rooms za players all over, very rotten. Hawa watu wanakanga nikawa na changing room ya National Theatre, like tent za kupimwa ka uko na AIDS, hivyo ndio zinakaanga hizo changing rooms. Please, let's do better. I don't want kuongea vibaya, nimejam, acha nimalizie hapo.
Freedom to express. Yes.
I think for me what bothers me is that the person who complained, there is a time these samples were presented to the public so that people can come up with their opinion and stuff. Why bring the complaints last minute when you know it's like 10 days to Paris Olympics? Because I don't think that will work for me. I think they'll just use the kits that are there right now. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do something about it.
Yeah. Sports Extravaganza. Celine, Tabitha, and Joseph, myself, Tony. We are speaking about Julius Yego, and Julius Yego has brought in a lot of pent-up energy. Nalipuka hapa hivi. So let's just listen into Julius Yego to tell us, of course, how his training is in Miramas.
Thank you. So far, so good. The place is really nice. I enjoyed the place. It has everything for training, especially javelin. So, yeah, I think it's the best place before the Olympics. Kwa Mungu niliweza kufika ama kuhitimu katika hii mashindano ya Olimpiki. Na nafurahi kwa sababu wajua kwa sporti lolote linaweza fanyika. Na mwaka huu nilikuwa sikuwa na ile form nzuri katika kuweza kuqualify kwa muda ambao ulikuwa, na ikawa nimetegemea zile rankings ambazo wale athletics wamepeana, na nashukuru Mungu kwa sababu kwa zile competition ambazo niliweza compete, nilipata points na nikaweza kufaulu katika mashindano ya Olimpiki. It's difficult to train javelin without someone to correct you, and yeah, sometimes it's very difficult, especially when you are going to a big competition like this. But yeah, there is a coach, a French coach who is here. But then, of course, there is a problem with the language. And yeah, I'm trying to, to see how it goes. We have a translator sometimes, but you know it's difficult. It's better when you have someone who directly speaks to you. But then, you know, the rest will take care of itself. What God has planned for me, of course, and nobody can deny me. So hopefully everything goes well and the results will be good.
Yani unataka kuniambia ile pesa yote World Athletics IAAF NOC wanapewa, Athletics Kenya wanapewa, pesa ya Sports Fund, budget ya Sports Ministry, hatuwezi pata tu yego mwingine wa kutrain, atrain umse.
He's not even motivated akiongea.
Unaona tu akudu hivi.
Nijua amefika hapa, so he has to talk kwa camera, but he's not, you can even tell na body language. Umesikia hapo mwisho amesema pia it's better ukuwe na mtu mwenye mnaelewana when anakuambia how to improve, what not to do, how to do it, mnaelewana, sio mwingine ana translate, because you've seen Tony, tukipanga laini all of us here right now, mwenye ataanza kusema something there before ifikia mwisho huku it will be distorted. So basically hata huyo mwenye ana translate probably kuna one or two words anawacha, and those are the important words or the important sentences. So we should do better.
Bridget, karibu Sports Extravaganza. Tony Kwalanda here. Unapiga simu. Habari ya mchana?
Nzuri sana.
Nasikia uko Ruiru.
Kuna baridi tu mingi.
How is Ruiru? When it's cold, you get yourself, you tango with two. And niambie, what is your message for the Olympics team in Paris?
It's very simple.
Uh-huh.
During the Gen Z protest, one came up that when Kenya sneezes, the rest of the world catches a cold. So they should use that. Like, Kenya has been known worldwide for what we can do when we team up. And because they are one team, if they join up, they'll do really great. Yeah, that's my message.
Thank you very much, Bridget from Ruiru. Thank you really for being our very loyal viewer. We appreciate. Pass our regards. And of course, greetings to your family and to your young one. Msalimie sana na umpatie uji ya saa 10. Yes, remember, if you're joining us, this is Sports Extravaganza. Tony, Jose, Celine and Tabitha are here. Of course, discussing matters to the Olympics. Later on this show, we have the people of Kasarani. There is the new, if you have children under the age of 16 who are in secondary school, boys and girls, want to play basketball. Pale Kasarani, we have launched 2 new outdoor basketball courts. I love basketball. I've played basketball in high school, in primary, in university, so I know the importance of a good court. So we have, of course, the NBA Africa as well as the French Development Agency officials in the house. They'll be speaking to us from about around 5 p.m. Watuambie unaweza kuja aje, nani atakuwa pale, because I understand international coaches, pia local coaches watakuwa wanapiga training ya mavijana na wasichana hiyo area. That's a bit later. But first of all, let's just continue with I have this lovely girl. And if you see us lamenting, lamenting up. Robert, habari ya Naivasha?
Njema sana.
Karibu Sports Extravaganza. Niko na Celine, niko na Joseph, niko na Tabitha na mimi mwenyewe. Tunakukaribisha show. Your message for team Kenya in the Olympics.
First of all, nikuambia.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to really struggle for your country because the people who are leading us cannot be able to do that for us. But what we are doing is just to support them, tuwaangalie tuwaimbie, sijui tuwafanye nini, because the delegation naona iko na a bigger number than the representatives wenyewe. So unashangaa hii ni mambo ya delegation ama ni mambo ya our athletes, kitu kama hiyo. So what I can tell them, nimeona Yego anaongea ni kama he's very very sad. Hata nimefeel vibaya. I decided to call because I thought maybe if I can even call him and tell him, Yego, I am watching you from Kenya and I wish I could be there to translate for you.
Okay. Yeah, Robert, indeed. Thank you really for sharing your sentiments. It's very important. Thank you also for holding our hands in supporting our sentiments on this. Asante sana. Keep watching Sports Extravaganza. If you're joining us and you're wondering why people are calling in, why we have these beautiful ladies and gentlemen here, we have a very easy question of the day and we want you to participate into it. And I normally carry goodies with me. I have airtime, I normally have merchandise, I have balls, I have everything. I have beautiful people. I have great guests. I have my This is the question of the day. We're asking you, what is your message that you want to send to the Olympics? Don't worry, if you see me laughing, it's just that I'm talking to my director and he has just sent me some serious sentiments. What message do you have for Team Kenya Olympic squad? Go to WhatsApp, send me a short 20-second video clip. Chukua simu yako, piga video clip. Tuma message kwa Olympics. Napelekea, I will take it personally to the team. Kina Omanyalas, wale wa volleyball, wale wa rugby, wale wa judo, wale wa swimming. Send that message and of course you stand a chance to win yourself airtime. Niko na airtime, I'm scratching and sending it to you directly on WhatsApp. Evo. Now, tukibaki kule Miramas City, south of France, there's this lady who will be participating. She's the national record holder in the 50 meters freestyle. Anajulikana kama Maria Branlena. Now, Maria Branlena is one of Team Kenya. Now, the sad thing about, again, remember we are sharing, I am just being very personal today. This does not represent the stand of Cape Media or TV47. However, I have the freedom to express my concerns in the sports world, having been experiencing in the 20 years. Maria Branlena trains and does everything maybe through their parents or support of other individuals. The government does not in whatever, or little is done to them by the government to support their swimming career. Now we have this young 24-year-old lady, 23, 24, who will be looking for the first Kenya's elusive gold medal in the 50 meters freestyle. So she's already in Miramas. You never see them in Kenya, but they are lucky to have parents who really support them and have a passion for swimming. Again, tunapeleka list ndo hii hapa. Tunapeleka, nasoma tu. Tunapeleka Murugo wa athletics wa Senate, tunapeleka Wanyama wa Parliament, tunapeleka CS.
I think we have...
Just Celine Babu, Ismail, habari ya Garissa?
Nzuri sana.
Welcome to Sports Extravaganza. Garissa ni jua, mnafanya nini? Mnakula vitu gani bande hiyo Garissa?
Jua manze, jua.
Karibu sana. Message yako kwa watu wa Olympics ni gani? Na hizi mashida zetu, umeona hizo maproblem zetu
manze, mimi Kenya imekuwa rotten kabisa bana. Nili tuenda hata Tanzania bana.
Tubaki tu Kenya. Kenya ni yetu, tusiame tu deal na watu.
Day in scandal. Hili siku gani tutakuwa mzuri, lakini tunashukuru.
Yes.
Hata kama itakuwa ni mtumba, waje tuende tutumie hiyo tupate medal. Kitu ya maana ni medal.
Kweli.
Kabisa.
Asante sana Ismail. Keep of course watching Sports Extravaganza. You stand a chance of winning airtime. Tuma pia ujumbe kwa WhatsApp pale na video. You stand a chance of winning yourself lovely airtime. I'm not joking. Niko mpaka na coin yako scratch, soma number, input, direct. In Sports Extravaganza. Celine, uko na dakika kama 2 before tuende break. Wende kunywa maji kidogo.
When people talk about athletics here in Kenya, mostly people see the athletes who run. The likes of Kipchoge, Kipyegon, Mora, those are the types of people they see, but this is the kind of people they don't see. Again, even when it comes, you have seen Shujaa is there, Malkia Strikers is there, but we don't have a basketball team representing us in the Olympics. Again, we had Alexander Ndolo here, and I think she's going through what Alexander Ndolo goes through. I think even fencing, people don't know about fencing here in Kenya. Again, swimming is not, haijapewa ile kipaumbele pale juu. I think this issue, tumiongelelea time and time again, saying that if you're a Kenyan athlete, there should be a budget for you. And the moment you qualify for Olympics, the country and the government itself should take you in and take you through anything that you need. We had Alexander Ndolo saying for her to participate, she has to come up with a budget and give the government the budget days before the tournament. And we have seen her saying, I pay for my flights, I pay for my training, I don't have a community where I train. I think this is the same cases. I think in as much as we are investing in rugby, we're investing in other track athletes, we should invest in such, because these are rare, yes, but we should come up with a community. You remember the loop guy telling us about cycling and all that stuff? I think people should be educated about this, because if you train like 10 of these, we know like we have chances of 3 representing us better when it comes to Olympics and other tournaments. I think this kind of thing should be uzinafezi pale kipaumbele. We cannot be talking about athletics. What if all our athletes waanguke? Tutategemea nini ingine, of which I'm not praying waanguke. I think it's something that should be hapo juu. We cannot be talking Makumi anataka kuenda Tanzania, maybe anachezea Yanga, kama Yanga iko na madem na tumpei budget, aitawa kadi Makumi atasema mimi sitaki kitu. I think that's my thoughts on such things.
Yeah, I know Tabitha and Joseph want to share into it, but najua break iko karibu. If you're joining us, this is Sports Extravaganza. My name is Tony Kwalanda, Joseph, Tabitha, and Celine. Of course, I'm part of my bandwagon. We share very honest opinions that, of course, you would like us to share to the authorities. Sisi ndio your front line. Sisi ndio tunachukua zile bullets na sisi ndio tunakula ile purple tea. Inaitwa ile purple cannon ile at town. Sisi tunatembea huko mbele. We shall share, of course, what you want us to bring it out about the Olympics. There's a lot more. We have, of course, later on after the break, I'll be able to bring you a share, of course, what Maria Brandlena had to say about her preparations, where she's come so far, and who she's training with, of course, ahead, because she should be her first time to be in the Olympics. Na kona rafiki yake ambaye alicheza Olympics last time. That, of course, we'll be sharing a bit later. NBA Africa are here. The French Development Agency are here as well to tell us why they've painted Kasarani very beautiful, the 16 under boys and girls. That in a bit. Don't go away.